I have indeed. Welcome back to Lizadelle here. We're in the hatchery of an oyster farm with Kevin O'Kelly, who's part of a cooperative of oyster farmers. And Kevin, for all intents and purposes, you're surrounded by what looks like magic potions. What are they in these bubbling away in these jars here?
Well, these are cultures of algae, which is a microscopic plant that we have to grow here as the food for the oysters at the different stages in the hatchery.
And they're all different colours. So you got greens and yellows and browns. What's that all about?
Well, we've 4 different types, 4 different species, and they're at different stages of development.
So here, one for the very young oyster, and then, you know, a different colour for the different stages. As I mentioned earlier, we're here at Lizadelle. It's a gorgeous spot just at the foothills of Ben Bulben. But you spend most of your time in here in the lab. I suppose if you run out of this algae, this special algae food, you can't go down to the local agri supplies and buy a couple of extra bags or vats of it.
No, unfortunately, we have to grow it all ourselves, and that is the secret of the production. Because if you can't get the food precisely right, then you're going to get into trouble.
What are we looking at here? We're looking at a tiny little larvae.
That's a day-old larvae that was feeding there on some of the algae.
Okay.
And these are cultures of algae that...
So you get these larvae, they're microscopic. That's you sieving them out, basically, and washing them down and sizing them and sorting. There's an awful lot of sorting happens here. But at what stage do they actually reach the sea?
Well, I grow them here in the hatchery up to about the size of the head of a match, 2 millimetre. And they go then into trays in the sea with a small mesh. And from then on, they take their nourishment directly from the seawater. And
there's no danger of them getting washed away, is there?
Well, if you don't look after them properly, there always is.
All right. And how long does it take them to, like, we're just looking at shots here now, and I think we're going to see they're about the size of a thumbnail. How long does it take them to get to that size?
They would be 6 to 8 months, maybe 10 months old.
Okay. And it's going to take a number of years for those same oysters at that size to get to this size. Join us a little bit later on and we'll show you how exactly they get to that point. For now, back to studio.